please subscribe to our channel. The new science fiction horror film on Hulu, No One Will Save You, has a rather unique style. There are hardly any dialogues in this tense and thrilling film, telling the story of an ostracized homebody named Bryn who has to survive a horrific alien invasion in her hometown. No One Will Save You begins by introducing its protagonist first, a young woman named Bryn. But unlike everyone else her age, Bryn stays all alone in her big home, quite far from the town and any other locality. There is nothing strange about her, though, except for her habit of not talking at all, which seems to be part of her decision to live in isolation. Bryn gets prepared on this particular morning, lights up the miniature town that she has made with extreme care and love, and then puts the finishing touches on a dress. It seems like the woman makes and sells dresses online, shipping them to other states far from her home. However, as Bryn drives to town to post this package, the extent of her loneliness becomes clearer. All the townsfolk who see the woman avoid her directly, as if they are extremely angry at her for something. Bryn herself avoids any interaction, particularly with the police chief, Collins, and his wife. Although the reason for such a situation is not revealed, it is very apparent that Bryn is actually shunned and ostracized by the entire town and community. As a coping mechanism, she has arranged her life in a manner that does not require her to talk or interact with anyone in person. The only heartfelt, but silent, conversations she seems to have are one-sided, as she often visits her mother's grave in town and writes letters to someone named Maud but never posts them. The life of Bryn, however, takes an unimaginably wild turn that night when she suddenly wakes up to loud noises coming from downstairs. Noticing that the electricity is out, the woman bravely starts to go down the stairs when she realizes that someone has already broken into her house. But when this intruder is seen more clearly, Bryn cannot believe what is happening to her, as it is an alien creature that has broken into the house. It is very quickly established that the alien, with a big head and long limbs, is aggressive and wants to hurt humans, starting with Bryn. The woman gathers courage and uses her intelligence to stab the alien creature dead, but she also has a feeling that more sinister events are to follow. After managing to kill the first alien at her home, Bryn heads into town to get help, and it soon becomes clear that nobody will help. They won't even speak to her, and the police chief's wife spits on her, so Bryn does the only sensible thing, gets the hell out of town. Or at least she tries to, but when she's on the bus, Bryn is attacked by the local mailman who has seemingly been taken over by the aliens. Another passenger starts to attack Bryn too, and although Bryn escapes to get back home, she sees another group of Mill River residents staring up at the sky on the way. It's clear the problem extends beyond her home as there are crop circles on everybody's lawns, so Bryn decides to prepare herself for another night of alien invaders. During the second night, she manages to kill another couple of aliens, but there are just too many of them. Bryn is caught in one of the spaceship's tractor beams, freezing her in place while another alien pukes up a parasite that then forces its way into Bryn's mouth. She wakes up with a start and her house looks totally normal, but something's not right as she also sees her childhood friend Maud, who died when she was 12. "I'm sorry, Maud. I'm sorry," Bryn tells her, in the movie's only bit of dialogue, for reasons that will soon become clear. Knowing that it's just a fantasy, Bryn manages to pull the parasite out of her throat. From that parasite though, the aliens are able to create a fake Bryn who stabs the real Bryn. Fortunately, it's not fatal and real Bryn manages to slice the fake Bryn's throat with a Stanley knife she had tooled up with earlier in the evening. As if she hadn't gone through enough, another spaceship arrives and Bryn is caught again in its tractor beam and taken up into the ship. Several aliens observe as one of them touches Bryn's forehead and sees her memories, including her building the model village with her late mother. Most tellingly though, we finally see why Bryn has been shunned by Mill River residents and why she's written apology letters to Maud. During a childhood argument, Bryn hit Maud, the daughter of the police chief and his wife, in the head with a rock, accidentally killing her. The aliens continue to look on as Bryn comes face to face with her younger self and she puts her hand on young Bryn's hand, finally acknowledging her childhood trauma and seemingly ready to move on with her life. After witnessing this, the aliens decide to let Bryn go, and they apparently move on from Mill River, or so we think. The next day, Bryn heads into Mill River, and it becomes clear that everybody in town has been replaced by aliens, much like we saw the fake Bryn being created. As the residents of Mill River wave to Bryn, we hear the distinctive alien screeching that we heard throughout the movie. Later that night, Bryn seems happier than ever as she takes part in a dance with everybody. It's now effectively become the model village that she was building with her mother, as long as you ignore the fact that everybody but Bryn is now dead. A glance up to several spaceships in the sky suggests it didn't just happen in Mill River either. Why did the aliens decide to leave Bryn alone? It's not made entirely clear, but it's possible they understood she was only fighting back against them due to her past trauma. With her coming to terms with her past, maybe they knew she'd no longer be an issue. And since everybody in town hated her for years over a mistake in her childhood, it's not like Bryn would miss any of them. After all, like the song she continually plays, Ruby Murray's "Knock on Any Door" says, Mill River has now become a place where if you knock on any door, you'll find a welcome, rain or shine. A happy ending, of sorts. So that's "No One Will Save You" ending explained. I hope you like this video. Please leave a comment and subscribe to this channel. See you in another video. Bye.